All right, now wait a minute, Kurt, because well, you can start talking. I am going to put this on three devices simultaneously because ladies and gentlemen, you guys know the drill. I love this man so much. He's doing so much and I'll have to do another sign in for the other fronts, but seriously, he's doing a lot for our country. And like every great leader, he denies that he's doing anything. And oh, it's like when you say to a woman, that's a beautiful dress, and oh, this old thing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That type of thing. So
Yeah.
Kurt, I do these with you in part because of who you are, and in part because of the extensiveness of your research, your network. But the other piece is I do them for kind of a selfish reason because I need to learn from you. And it's not what you think. I don't need to learn how to be a better volunteer in the world. I got that down pretty well. I need to learn how to be a better human being in the face of just absolutely excruciating life. So in a sense, I wouldn't go so far as to say I'm interviewing you about that, but I hope as we get to know each other better, I can be serious sometimes because I honestly think, and I'm not joking here, dog. I honestly think that you're a young man, which kind of surprises me for your wisdom level. Because I work with like 1,000 people now. If you take all the shorts and all the videos, all the video shorts and all the regular size on my YouTube, we've got over 1,000. You're supposed to be impressed or something, or pretend to be impressed.
Well, I've got 1,800, so we'll get
You
you caught up.
son of a bitch. You have to meet me in every shit.
I'm podcasting all day long every day and twice on Sunday, bro.
How do you guys do that? Are you using agents or do you have a volunteer team or what?
Yeah, like with Project iHeart with our veteran services, we do Mondays. Every Monday we're on for that one. Tuesday we have World of Pets, and we have a couple guys out of Arizona that take care of that one for us. And we have
How many, seriously, how many podcasts do you think your network of networks is producing on your behalf in a week?
right now it's a dozen of them.
Okay.
12,
Well,
and that's directly with me. And we're building up
all
a
right.
conglomeration where we're
All right.
attaching ourselves to like Maybachs and On the Mark and Connect to Your
Yeah,
City.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
I
that
have
there's
a
really thousands of programs secondarily. Like if you
all
go with
right.
what's available to me at arm's length,
All
thousands of
right. So, all right. Let me ask you some questions because I think we're in the place in this business relationship where I can go a little deeper with some of your stuff. Because I really think, I mean, don't be just deal with me, okay? Just deal with what I have to say. Because it doesn't matter to you and other people like Gandhi and such are the same way you are. They don't care about the fame and they're not even ever preoccupied with about it or anything. Just let it happen around them. So I think and I put myself out there as a humble guy, as a self-defecating guy. Yes, I do wordplay sometimes. I put myself out there as a self-defecating guy. So what you don't know about me is underneath all that, I'm being deep. I'm not joking, dog. Underneath all that, I want to be famous, but I want to be famous kicking and screaming my way to saying I don't want to be famous. I want it to play out that way, you know. I don't want to be an egotistical. Are we allowed to swear on here? Or is it kind of a family style? No, I'm serious. I'm being serious
This
today.
is your channel. I mean,
Well,
your
yeah, but
production.
your stepmother told me I could bring it over and wrap it in a paper towel and forget it. I won't say that. Uh, you're blue enough in life that you knew where I was going, huh? I watch a lot of porn, and I figure as a Christian, whatever you don't. So, um, I have 1,000 questions for you. I really do. And I will forget some. I'll just say what comes up in my mind, and it's going to interrupt me. Like whatever I just said, I can't remember because I have dementia pretty badly. Seriously, and I want you to know that because I see you also as a Christian brother, and I think you're active enough as a Christian brother that because well, I'm interrupting myself again. You'll just have to pardon me if you would. The other day, one of my Christian brothers disappointed me very deeply. And I'm going to tell you the story because it hurt so much. It hurt so much that I had a psychiatric episode this morning, 3 hours long. Okay. And notice how much I'm interviewing you and I'm really just talking about me with you hanging in the side. So, as the kids used to say 10 years ago, just put the fries in the bag, bro. God. Um, I've been having a really rough time. I've been very suicidal. I actually walked out to the bridge a couple of days ago and stood there. For real. And yes, my therapist knows. I'm extreme amount of pain, more pain than ever. I'm now officially a chronic pain person. Of course, I had a heart attack in 2014. I've got recurring congestive heart failure, arthritis, diabetes, back pain, kidney problems. I have a deep, deep leg thrombosis. On the mental side, I have PTSD, disassociation, clinical depression, bipolar. I can never get all six. I might get all six. First time, bipolar. I'm gonna have to paint these on the wall here. PTSD, disassociation. Uh, now I can only get 3 out of 6. Fuck. Clinical depression, general anxiety disorder, and there's one more. I have all those. Plus, I have 2 kinds of learning disabilities. And I don't know what they are, but I noticed lately when I talk to people, I have to ask them, and you're an exception for some weird reason, which is good. I have to ask them to say one thing to me only and then stop talking for me to be able to understand. So my learning disabilities are deepening, they're becoming worse. So I call this, and by the way, I'm $500 behind in my rent. I'm doing everything I can. I tried to get a job as a dishwasher. Long story. I've been trying to get a job as a nanny. I'm looking for jobs online. I called this guy that I know. Okay, I work with about 1,000 people. He's a multimillionaire. He has his own little startup. I've done 5 or 6 free shows for him. Let's call him Jake. Thankfully, that's not his name. Very nice guy, very sweet, caring, for real, not as a fake. I said, Jake, these are the situation. Can you send me a $50 Amazon food card? This guy's worth about somewhere between 12 and $20 million. He looks at me through the phone and says, you know, Mark, I would love to do that. It's just that my liquidity, you know, and realizing that a Christian brother of rather substantial wealth would literally not send me a $50 Amazon card made me feel like, I'm not joking here at all, made me feel like, seriously, it made me feel like I was standing on that hill that Jesus was crucified on. I was there as a witness, and one of the Roman guards came up and just stabbed me in the gut. That's how I felt. It just made me cry and cry and cry. And I had very little faith in humanity at that point. I'd already been out to the bridge the day before to jump, and there's no fence. I could jump. I I lost faith in everything. I really did. And you know, the other night for dinner I had that powdered gravy mix that actually has no protein in it and a piece of bread. That's what I had to eat. And it hadn't gotten any better. It hasn't gotten any better. And my housemaid, who's my landlord, uh, things are getting pretty strange. I've been homeless 3 times in my life, and I'm really looking at the face of going back to San Jose and living near the river with all the other homeless people. And you can't, you can't sit here and do TV shows when your biggest worry is whether the big bully 3 tents down is going to come and steal your stuff that you found a backpack yesterday and he decides he wants it. I've lived that life more than most people have done military service. So I'm in a very bad place. I told my best friend yesterday, I said, because he and I know that we both as writers have ongoing preoccupation with suicide. I told him yesterday, I said, it's about my turn, Doug. So if I'm not here tomorrow, don't worry. I've just decided to go. It's just getting to be too much. It's too much. I can only take to him so much. I'm 74. I've been through hell 7 or 8 times, and it's too much. This is the end. It's too much for me. So that's the note I bring to you today. I love that you fix our vets, fix our vets. You know what I'm trying to say. So we're getting a new priest at one of my Episcopal churches. That'll be fun. Tell me something that's on your heart, Kurt, whatever it is.
Well, let's come in and reach for the solution that is always available. You talk about me being a Christian brother with you.
Well, it doesn't offend you, I hope.
No, no offense.
I mean, some Catholics do not like Protestants.
Well, that's a problem with those Catholics. Then we'll have to
Yeah, and
send them to confession.
some Protestant preachers have stood at the pulpit in churches I attended and said the Catholic Church is the work of the devil. I could say the guy's name, except he's still alive. So
Yeah,
anyway,
well, yeah. So this is, something that we carry forward in our custom and our culture. Like they say on Sundays, in the USA, Sundays are the most segregated time in our country.
yeah.
So for me, my practice of faith is, that the stories go that there was one, and then there were two, and then this goes to present day, and so when you Google, how many people have ever lived on our planet, you would get something to the tune of 175 billion people have ever been on our planet. but to
Okay.
me, we all came from one. So to me,
Yeah.
whatever we talk about in terms of what we share in faith space, we are all in the same space. So the idea is, I'm someone who, latched on to being shared about Hebraic roots to look at the
Huh.
language that our Messiah
Not
spoke.
the Aramaic.
Yeah, Aramaic Hebrew.
Oh, they're the same thing?
Well, it's Hebrew, but the Aramaic is a specific, influence of Hebrew. So there's, I
Like
can
it's a
say
branch of Hebrew or what?
yeah, yeah. So the
I didn't
idea
know
is
that.
that, yeah. So when you say Aramaic, that's a whole dialect of its own, and that's
Yeah,
really
I just didn't
where,
know it was. I didn't know it was a direct connection with Hebrew.
yeah. So the idea is, like we say Christian because we talk about Christ, and I really subscribe to the idea of Messiah is more unifying, or Yeshua HaMashiach, and our Heavenly Father is Yahweh, so I
Okay.
really look at
Okay.
the Jewish faith because our Christ, if we're gonna go ahead and practice that terminology, um, you know, Jesus was Jewish, right? Jesus practiced the Jewish faith. So
Yeah.
the idea is that, a lot of things happen to spark religion across our planet, and Christianity is very pervasive, and I think as Christians, we are aware of our Achilles heel, right?
No, I don't know. So I'm. What is our Achilles heel?
Um, well, like when we talk about Catholic and Protestant and, kind of the different practices of Christianity,
Right.
it's pretty much going into a different building and saying our version of Christianity is the way,
Mm,
but the old saying of what would Jesus do, right? Or in Hebraic roots, what would Yeshua do? That's the whole element. And you look at, building up the alphabet, and the history of all this. It all comes from kings,
the
practicing.
Book of Kings, or
Well, like when you talk about Rome, you
okay.
know and you know you just look at the culture of it all, and the way that, like say in sacred scripture, when our Messiah says, what you do unto the least of these, you do unto me. And the thing I point out is that the only reason that expression, or that happened, that Yeshua would say that, is because of our mortal limitation. The idea
Huh.
is that that's not an immortal expression to say the least of these. Because if we really look at what our faith is built on, is there's no such thing as the least of these.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Yeah.
like that in Buddhism too.
Yeah. So the idea is a lot of this is about energy. Like the reason I like Hebraic roots, when you look at the, Hebraic expressions, like to say the word Yahweh, the the way they explain it is that that word is an expression of the experience. Yahweh.
Yeah.
It's the breathing.
They tried to make it a word that was kind of like not a word. They
Yeah.
were trying to make a word that was so holy it didn't exist as a word. It was just something else.
Yeah, it was an expression of like breathing in the Ruach Akodesh, Ruach Akodesh. And, so to me, everything, if you look at it from an energy standpoint, like in terms of us sitting here, we're a pile of matter, right? If you look at the atom makes us up. And so
Hmm.
when you talk about your pain, you talk about your organ failure, you talk about all the stuff you're experiencing that it's too much. What you're experiencing, Mark, is an energetic diffusion. It's static, it's noise, it's an overloaded circuit.
Okay.
So that's
All right.
something that, is very available, like with what you're experiencing, like you and I talking is very important because it is in sacred scripture when two or more gather in my name, you know, that is our chance to exercise his will. So that becomes the question mark with all that you're experiencing. What do you say his will is for you right at this moment?
Well, you're going to be surprised because my life is full of contradiction and very sharp. Like the contradictions go from a very high this one immediately to the very high other one, and they seem to live right next to each other, like right, nano inches. So believe it or not, and I really believe this, and I rarely have the balls to say something good because, like I say, I'm from the hillbilly culture, and we were told, don't get uppity, don't put on your high hat. It was taught to us in muscle memory. And in fact, my stepmother, Lord is my witness, this is true. She would say to us kids, not every day, but most days, she would like touch us on the shoulder and say, you're not going to amount to anything, right? And it was like the most seriously delivered thing she'd say all day. I mean, I'm 74 and I still have it, as a part of me. So this is a really just amazingly psychologically cruel woman who, by the way, also, I'm sorry to be doing this, but I was like two, I was three, my brother was five. She threw us down the stairs, and she told me hundreds of years later that she did it hoping she could kill us both because having two kids as a step woman was just too much for her. So she attempted to create an accidental thing that would kill us. And before that, a year before that, her father, my step grandfather, hit me I was a 2 year old, hit me with a very heavy stick and almost killed me. And my doctors, different sets of doctors in different decades of my medical history, have looked at me and said, we cannot figure out why you are still alive. It doesn't make any sense. You should not be alive at this point. So, what was your question? I forgot it.
What is his will for you right at this
Oh,
moment?
okay, okay. So having said that, here's the shocking news. And I don't use the word shocking because everybody uses it. Something really, really good is happening in my life. I mean, really amazingly good. And I think God's preparing me for this different thing. I think He's preparing me in a way that I cannot unlearn it, undo it, deny what He wants me to become, despite my love hate relationship with fame and all that. And what's happening is a couple things. I've been a Zen teacher, of course, and a Zen student for about 35 years, and I've taught for a while. I know the energy of having meditated like a lot. My neurological wiring is changing. I'm becoming wiser. I'm becoming more focused. I'm somehow becoming smarter. course, that wouldn't take much. And I'm somehow becoming more able to be tenacious. I've never been able to be tenacious. Some of my employers have said, you know, you're not consistent. One day you're this, one day you're that. Because I have an undiagnosed set of 140 personalities. Okay, but to me, it's very real, and my current set of psychiatric team believes that I'm correct. But there are several very powerful, beautiful things happening in my life. And I'm smart enough now, and I've listened to enough Brian Tracy and Zeke Ziegler and stuff to just keep my fucking mouth shut about what's going on, except, you know, to me, you're like the Captain Kangaroo of this era. So I'm going to tell you. I don't have a theory, an overriding contextual thing. I have one example at least, or two examples. I have never been brilliant, but I came up. I don't think I did it. I personally think God is very directly driving my behavior, like my physical movements, my thoughts, everything. I came up with two very brilliant things in the last week. And I swear to God, neither one of them is me. It just, number one is this. Well, I can't remember which is number one. I'm writing a book, okay? And the rule on books now is when you start to write a book, start doing the marketing the same day. So this book is called Leaning Sideways, : why absurdism, which I'll explain later, why absurdism is the new, I'm typing it as I go, is the new power in SMM, which of course you know is social media marketing, in advertising, and yes, in product design. And most of the book is already written in my head. I wrote as a precursor to starting to write the book, I wrote a long email to Tim Cook, head of Apple, and I haven't sent it yet, but I figure one of his interns will get a hold of it and look at it, because I think that of all the company, you know, of the three areas, SMM and advertising and product design, one of the companies that might listen to me in the product design area niche is Apple. I think that somebody in their product design team might say, okay, yeah, this guy has something. We don't know what it is, but he knows something that can enhance the design of our products. And that's like the most hard level of the three. You know, SMM can be rather vague, and God knows advertising is almost vaporous. It's so vague. But when you get to the engineering of product design, you're in a harder, you know, more concrete, in the poetic sense, real thing. So that's the book. That's one thing. The other product is this. I have been developing products for my video services company since Joan of Arc put on her first training bra. And no laughter now. He's not going to bother. He's not going to give me the pleasure of a laugh. Anyway, so I dreamed I could save France in my maiden form bra. That's an ad from when your grandpa was a child. So I came up with a new product. all my products and services have been like nobody gives a shit. I don't get, I tell somebody about it and they just like, it's like I just said, I'm going to spill toothpaste on your tie. There's just no reaction. This product, I'm getting reactions from everybody or most people like, oh, now that's interesting. Or I'd like you to tell me more. I mean, the Activate, and here's the product. Very quick. It has a very nice, there's a third thing too, by the way. So this product is like this. I'm talking to somebody. I see that they're in the wheelhouse of possible customers. I say, okay, I can make for you a 2 to 3 minute ad. I can make for you a 2 to 3 minute ad. I can post that ad to 2.6 billion people. And I have researched the hell out of all this already, by the way, and been running beta for 3 weeks. I can make you a 2 to 3 minute ad. I can send it out to 2.6 billion people, and I can do that in 111 minutes. And I stop. And I've learned what God taught me, the power of throwing three sets of numbers together in such a short thing makes it almost visceral for them. Now, then the second part I think is a little better, kind of puts the frosting on the cake. I say to them, I have been pricing video for 25 years. It's actually been longer than that for high tech and stuff, part of my job. Every major city in the United States has 8 to 10 companies that will charge you 12 to 60. And if I dared, I would give you the exact name of which one of those I'm thinking of, but I don't want them to like write me a cease and desist letter. Every major city in the United States, Dallas, New York City, Houston, has a group of 5 to 8 different companies, each of whom charge for a 1 minute, 2 minute ad approximately $12,000 to $60,000. Now, these are not the big companies that do Ferrari and stuff. Those are in the millions. But these mid-level companies, if you go there and say, I need a 2 minute ad about, the fact that my father invented the first frog pizza, that ad's going to cost you between $12,000 and $60,000. Okay, I'm doing a somewhat similar, a little bit similar thing for them. And instead of doing it in weeks, I'm doing it in 111 minutes. And I'm doing it for the following price. Given the numbers 12,000 to 60,000, I'm doing it for the following price. $93.91. Okay, now that's, you want to get a deal, you want to get some free fries and a small burger for, that's a fucking deal, man, right there. If I can just get myself, I can't hire somebody to do it. If I can get myself to deliver this message to enough people in enough different ways, I might be able to make a little money. I might be able to bring in a few groups of $93.91. And this is a hell of a service. And there's more to the service than what I'm giving them. What I told them, when I'm done with the 111 minutes, then I go back to the behavior I did for them, and I extract out of it things that I embedded in it when I did it the first time, such as screenshots of my posting to those places. So they have proof that I really did it. And, okay. And other things that I have embedded in the first set of behaviors where I can turn to them and see I really did do this. Then Furthermore, I go back later, a day or two or three or a week later, and I can repost that stuff. Like if I let me thank you for letting me do this. Let me tell you this how this works. I went to Gemini or Chat or Perplexity and I said Perplexity one night, and I had her list for me one by one, one by one. I said, give me the number one, or give me number one social media platform in the United States. Give me its name and give me the monthly user rate. Which I've researched this now enough to know there is such a thing. All right, then I said to her, give me number two, give me number three. And I did that all the way to number 60. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of social media sites in the world. I had Perplexity give me the top 60 with the monthly user number. Okay, I happen to know from all the research that not all the companies, or not very many, will give you any other number that's more specific than the monthly user. But there is in existence a few companies that will give you something called the daily user rate. Not very many companies want to give that out, but a few of them will. Maybe 12, 15 out of the 60. So I said to Perplexity, if you had to write a mathematical formula of the relationship between the known monthly user rate and the undisclosed daily, what would it be? And she said, well, it would be 33%. Okay, so now I not only have a list of 60 platforms, I have the daily user rate, so that when my thing goes out in those 111 minutes, am I boring? I'm sorry. Am I being inappropriate? Now I'm getting scared that I'm like going to lose you. She says, don't ever. He goes to his secretary and says, don't ever let him call me again. If you have to walk to California and cut his fucking phone line, or his balls off for that matter, I never want to take to that stupid cocksucking bastard ever. He is the most self-centered. He makes Trump look like a lollipop, this guy. So the point is, I know all this. I can do that. I have this. I've been beta this for 3 weeks. So anyway, I'm going to shut up for a while. I'm very proud of those. I've got another one, but I literally can't even remember what the hell it is now. But yeah, that I think this, so that gives me a lot of hope. I mean, the book thing, I've already put some of it out on LinkedIn. I think people are gonna go, well, you know, because absurdism, most thought leaders haven't even heard of absurdism. They don't even know what it is. And I've been studying absurdism for about 50 years. So I know why it might work. I know how many droplets to put where. And if people say, well, shit, in this environment with too many platforms, too much information, how am I going to distinguish myself from the other guy? Here's this cat that says absurdism is the thing to do. Everybody's got to do it because they got to distinguish themselves from the other guy. All right. Lord, I beg your forgiveness for what I have done here today. I know you're trying to help me, and I'm not showing very much respect to y'all. I promise to go back to my moonshine repair business as soon as we get the next full moon. So the revenuers, I do it at night so the revenuers can't find me. And Lord, I'm sorry for stealing that quart of moonshine from Uncle Jake, but I was just so thirsty that night, Lord Jesus. Thank you so much. All right, Kurt, what do you got for me, dog?
Well, I like your innovations and using your creativity and channeling your strengths and your skills and with what you're doing. I have an interest in it. I've worked up television, radio, media conglomeration. We're doing a telethon September 1st with Stu Newmeyer of the Stu and Lori Variety Hour. So
Let me,
basically,
let me, let me get this down so we can repeat it a few times. Y'all are doing a telethon on September when?
1st, Labor Day.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Monday.
say you guys were gonna do it on 9/11. That would be good. Telethon on September 1st, which is 9/1. And when is it? Where is it? The same four cities or what?
No, this is going to be a Florida to California endeavor. We've
So
got
do you like you're gonna do a couple, you always present it as states, but it comes down to being like 5 or 6 major cities, right?
well, this would be basically the tale of two cities. We got Big Stir Records out of
Well, now you're talking about somebody getting some tail I'm really interested in. Now you got my attention.
Yeah, so we got Big Stir Records out of California, getting with Stu and Lori Newmeyer out of Florida, and yeah, this is their production. And
So
they're
are they
doing
gonna do like, they're gonna do like 2 or 3 hours in Tampa and then 2 or 3 hours in Atlanta or like last time or what?
no, it's just going to be a uniform 10 to 12 hours of a telethon.
But
So
digital or physical or
all of the above. Yeah.
bricks and mortar? How do you guys pull this shit off, man? I can barely put my shoes on in the morning, and you guys are doing physical bricks and mortar concerts?
Yeah.
All right. So anything else the public needs to know about this?
Well, it's about expanding resources for the radio side of things, the audio only
Okay, well,
platforms.
okay, I gotta stop you because I gotta use my intelligence to ask you a question. I need one, this might be the one, the expanded thing. I need one thing to say to the public that it's gonna do or service or accomplish. Like it's gonna provide Band-Aids for Korean vets or as specific as you can get. Please. Not joking. Go ahead.
Well, it's going to be like what your concept is, expanding the reach for missions to be shared to a larger audience. So that's what
The
it's
reach,
about.
okay, there's not enough concrete individualism, expanding the reach of what to what?
It's going to be available to all missions. So like a
Mission there, like church missions?
yeah, so like think of like NPR or think of community radio, like the Obama administration started the community radio platform with the um, low power signals coming out of cities so that
Right.
there'd be community radio that, can be run on a nonprofit basis. And
Yeah, like the public access.
exactly. Yeah. So that's what it's all
Can you give
about.
me something a little more specific that would,
Well,
if
Mark,
I say,
like,
go ahead.
yeah, so like my whole endeavor with podcasting is because I connected to in 20 years 100 organizations like Project Diehard, Spirit of the Game,
Right, right.
Happy Neighborhood Project, so forth. And 100% of the time, these organizations show me a great need to have their work, the work that they do, shared with like at minimum 33 times more people. So that's why I felt a great place in media because I can sit with these meetings and say, "Hey, you've got an event. I've got a reach of, millions of people." So it
Okay.
becomes a clearinghouse for all the great work being done out there that we can help these nonprofits become the awareness
All
can
right.
be at a household level.
All right. So question number one, when I make the ad for this stuff, I'm going to use this in my beta. My beta is already over. You can pay me if you want, but I'm going to make this thing. Do you want to see it before I publish it or not?
I
make
don't
sure
need
it's
to see it
accurate
before you publish it. I would like to see it. You can publish it and show
first.
me what you
Okay.
published,
Because if
whatever.
I publish it and something's wrong, it gives us an opportunity to publish all of it again to correct it. So
There you go.
yes, I'm gonna say yes, make it, yes, publish it. So as soon as my health allows, I'll make this as one of my 2-minute blurbs. And I'll start putting it out there to the come in, honey,
I'm just checking.
to the 111 million people or whatever I said. Yeah, honey. Hey, come here. I want you to meet. Come here. I want you to meet Kurt just briefly.
Okay, hey, Kurt.
Just no, come here. Come here. Oh shit. Come on, a little bit. She's the painter. She's the painter I promote, named Homestead. She's
Oh.
my friend for 30 years.
Hi.
She's my landlord. She's beautiful.
Hi there.
This guy's a Christian man up in some northern state
Yummy. That
who
sounds
has a reach of several million people in his business.
Damn.
Million. No,
Right.
not joking.
Nice to meet you.
Yep, you too. Thank you very much.
I can't find my fucking phone.
Oh, I get you. All right. I got one left. I'll call.
My phone.
No, this is my phone.
Okay.
I'm here, Kurt. Just a minute.
Sorry,
I'm
Kurt.
gonna call her.
No.
I'm gonna call her phone.
Okay.
So, where are we?
Here.
Go ahead, Kurt. Talk to me more about, I'm gonna make that, I'll put it out. I'll send you a link. What's next? We'll repeat it, let's repeat it all. Because repetition is the heart of advertising. All right, folks, and you can see in my voicing it,
Do it again.
just, all right, honey, I will. I haven't, by the way, Shannon, I have not done it yet once. Oh, Lord, hear my prayer. I mean, what am I doing? I'm calling her phone. I love it when we do these interruptions. It's in I have a theory about television, and it's a major example of a positive part of the theory about grittiness and reality and overheard information, the power of overheard information. All right, so I'm going to vocalize this, and in so doing, oh shit, one of my phones is, there's always got to be some, come here, you piece of junk.
Please leave your message for.
What? Yeah.
Hello, this is Shannon Homestead Rickard.
Yeah, honey. Kurt, I'm really here. It's just I've got one of the 3 recording phones is going dark, which means I've got to throw this battery on it right quick or we'll lose it. Might have already lost it. I don't know. See what it does.
I feel like Captain Kirk with Scotty. And
Yeah, we lost this one. That's all right. That's why we do so many. All right, so folks, in my repeating it, Kurt is here to say, no, say it this way, say it that way, or whatever. All right, so folks, you guys have a name for your overall arching umbrella organization. Could I use that name in talking about this? They call One or something, or?
well, this is separate from all that. This is again a production of
This is the 12th set of 900,000 organizations that he. No wonder when I walk into a pastrami shop with him, the owner will come out and go, "Hey, Kurt, I got your sandwich. Please ask the other guy to leave."
So all right, so this is the Stu and Lori with SLTV. They have their anchor show, which is
I'm disabled. Stu, STEU,
no,
and
it's
Lori,
yeah,
LORI.
Yeah, Stu is just STU.
Wow. So not beef then. Stu and Lori.
Variety Hour, the Stu and Lori Variety Hour. That's the
well,
anchor that's the anchor show for SLTV.
SLTV. Huh. SLTV.
Yeah, and SLTV is partnered with Big Stir Records.
Big Stir.
Yeah, because
Is
Big
that
Stir Records,
STIR? STIR?
yeah, like Stir the Stew.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the kind of language I understand. Cornbread, meatloaf. Now you're in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, that comfort
So
food. Yeah.
Stu and Lori Variety Hour. Then what's the next word? Because all I have is comma SLTV.
Yeah, so those are the entities doing the event, and right now they're also running a car giveaway. And to
What?
be able to enter the car giveaway,
I
you
would like to get
Your
one car.
recording has reached the maximum length.
Really? Thank you, honey. Yeah, yeah. I hope you go to a drive-through and get run over by a herd of chimpanzees. All right. So Kurt, God bless me. I got to talk to you, man. You got to let me let me get one section down properly, and then you can give me the other part. So Stu, STU, and Lori, LORI.
well, it's actually
Well,
LAURIE.
and this is why we practice. Stu, STU, and I'm going to use N instead of the symbol for some reason. LAURI.
E.
IE.
Yeah, LAURIE.
Okay. The Stu and Lori Variety Hour. Now, what is the next word in this sentence? I know a few words down is going to be SLTV, but what's in the very next word? When you deliver it verbally, when you say it, what word do you
Well,
say next?
they're hosting the telethon. So the telethon is hosted by SLTV and Big Stir Records.
Okay, telethon is hosted. I teach communication, so I know that the exact verbiage is more important than it looks. Seriously, I've taught my class 49 times. This telethon is hosted by Stu and Lori, by the Stu and Lori Variety Hour, and I won't even joke. I'll joke later. SLTV, in association with Big Stir. What do you think? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
In association with Big Stir. That's kind of like on the record when they say, you know, blah, blah, featuring so and so. Big Stir Records. And then what should it say next?
Random acts of kindness get you into the car giveaway.
Not, hey, see, now you're thinking like a random, I like to see it has an action item in it. Random acts of kindness get you, I love this, into the car giveaway, right?
Yeah.
Car giveaway. Because
Yep.
sometimes, by the way, and like I say, I do teach a 25-hour class on this stuff. I noticed last time you guys did a telethon, the exact languaging that you used did not exactly match the languaging that PLF or what the Palestine Liberation Front or whatever it is you work with used. It was not exact. If you notice when McDonald's gives you a tagline, it's exact everywhere. and it's exact for a reason. I'm not joking today, dog. I mean, I will joke. I thought I lost my truck the day Mama got out of prison. All right, what do we do? So that's good. And then you're going to give me the date, September 1. And what hour? I know it's 10 hours or 12 hours, but what's the 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. or?
They actually haven't told me yet, so so right
All
now we
right,
just have
12
to call it a 10 to
hours
12 hour telethon.
to be announced. And it's both going to be. Do you know the digital address? Like, go to this website.
Yeah, the Stu and Lori VarietyHour.com.
Wow, that's fucked up. Let's give me some like the ABCZ, the Stu and LAURE Variety Hour.com, or visit the following cities. Could be any, it's got to be physically at some city. So Tampa Bay, Atlanta.
I'd call it Orlando.
Okay. Other cities too, or not?
I'd have to look up where Big Stir Records is out of. They're out of California, but I don't know the city in California.
Yeah. Well, we don't have cities over here. We don't believe in cities. Orlando, Florida. Oh, is it like at the, the Ron DeSantis Memorial Park or something?
He was talking to me about, I don't know if this is for public. I don't know if this is
Well,
gone
if people are
public
going to
yet, but
physically go, if people are going to physically arrive at a concert, they might have to know where they're going.
yeah, so he made a comment to me that he has garnered access to MGM Studios.
All right, so we won't publish that yet. We'll just say that part is also TBA. All right. Is there anything else I need to know about this ad? Like, it's the whole advertisement is underwritten by Maxwell House, or Maxwell House Coffee. Do 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 do. LS MFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. You should have brought your grandpa. You should have brought your grandpa with you today. He would have went, I remember me smoking some Lucky Strike, and I liked it when they started that LSMFT thing, because then I could scream it at my wife and piss her off. It was so much fun, because then we'd not only have makeup sex, but she'd make me possum in the morning, which I just love me some possum before the morning. All right. Yeah, I am nuts. I'm also bipolar, and I'm in a manic episode. So, all right. So, folks, this is the end of show number 1. The one I promised you would only be 12 minutes, and it has only been 12 minutes if you measure it by time on Venus. We've been visiting today with, I hardly said a word. We've been visiting today with Kurt Roskoff. And he's either going to, I predict that regarding whether or not he's going to do another show today, I predict, having all these powers of knowing the future, that he's either going to say yes or no. Kurt, it's truly a blessing to know you, man. I mean it. I mean, I have known some very famous people, and I've been like their number 5, not their number 2. Like, for example, you probably never heard of this guy, but Adi Ashanti. He's an international spiritual leader. I've known him personally a long time. Are you embarrassed by the time and you're finding out Susan's gonna kick your butt because you didn't vacuum the toilet when you were supposed to, or something?
Yeah, that sucks when that happens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. Now he's from Ohio. Now he can officially be from Ohio. Okay. All right. I'm gonna start closing down the broadcast, okay? We're keeping the one over here first. We're gonna shut this one down first. And just to show that my heart is actually beating in my chest, I'm gonna already put this puppy in a broadcast. It'll take it about an hour and a half on these phones to actually finish posting. But I want you to know that as of, wait for it. As of right now, it is processing onto YouTube. So that took me less than 30 seconds to get from the end of the broadcast to begin posting. All right. Let me get you on camera saying the yes or no. Sir Galahad, would you like to do another show or you're out of time?
I can do another show.
Praise the Lord Jesus on high. No, I love you. I secretly, I mean, at the risk of telling the truth for once, since I am the president of the American Liars Club, but I'm obviously not supposed to say so. Yeah, there's more to that story. All right, folks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log off of this puppy. I'm going to wait maybe 3 minutes just to make sure it gets off the stream. And then I'll come back on and we'll start the next show. Okay, Kurt?
Sounds good.
You're a blessing, young man. If I said that as a Christian brother, I love you, would that be disconcerting or problematic for you?
Not at all. I appreciate it.
I love you, man. The work you're doing for our world. All right, let me see how to. I haven't used this on the phones that much. I got to find the button. Record. Why does it do the stop recording?